Welcome everyone, we're at the Oregon Humane Society. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Ken Ackerman. Well, if you lived around here long enough, you know the Columbia River Gorge is one of the most beautiful places in all the world. However, the future of the landscape may change. Let's welcome Darren Nichols. He's the Executive Director of the Columbia River Gorge Commission. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me today.
You know, I've always thought of the Gorge as an enigma. It is definitely one of the most beautiful places I've seen, but I have friends in Seattle who have never heard of it.
Yeah, the Gorge is one of those last undiscovered treasures, and we're really privileged to have it in our backyard here in Portland. I think most Portlanders know that the Gorge is just down 84. They've experienced Multnomah Falls, they've been to Beacon Rock State Park or Rooster Rock State Park, and have had a chance to experience the Gorge. But if you get very far outside the Northwest, even to Seattle, the awareness drops off fairly quickly. And I'm not sure why. I think it's actually been, it's been good for us in terms of being able to protect it, because not so many people are wanting to overrun the region. But it has been discovered, and I think the last 20 years have really highlighted the fact that people from all over the world are beginning to discover this national treasure in our backyard.
Explain how the dynamic of how you're funded, of who the commission consists of. It's a partnership between two states.
That's right. I think the way that we like to think about it is it's an agreement between two states with the consent of Congress to handle the Gorge, to deal with the Gorge region in a different way. So Oregon and Washington have agreed that it makes sense to establish a Gorge Commission specifically for the purpose of working in the region with the communities, with the federal agencies and state agencies, but to do it in a way that is different than either state might handle it on their own. The fact that we have a National Scenic Area Act passed by Congress in 1986 gives us a tremendous amount of flexibility to work within that governance structure to find better solutions and more innovative outcomes that do a couple of different things. And if I can talk for just a minute about what the National Scenic Area Act does, in addition to creating the Gorge Commission, it authorizes the Gorge Commission and the United States Forest Service to work together to do two things. First of all, we're tasked with protecting and enhancing the scenic, natural, cultural, and recreation resources in this very special place. But we're also tasked with supporting and enhancing the economy of the Gorge, so two very different objectives.
And you were allocated a certain amount by the federal government, but it's really, you're finding it's not enough.
Well, the federal government supports the region primarily through its investment in the United States Forest Service and the National Scenic Area Office. The federal government, however, does not fund the Gorge Commission. That funding comes from Oregon and Washington, and by statute, it has to be equal investments from the two states.
Okay, now the number you're getting is, the reason I say the future face of the Gorge, the landscape may be changing. You need more money.
Well,
is what it's coming down to.
I'm sure most public agencies would say they need more money. I try to put this in context for a minute. Our annual budget from both states is around $800,000. That's enough to maintain an office presence and to hire 6 staff members. For a regional planning agency that's responsible to work with 2 states, 4 tribes, 6 counties, 13 urban areas, dozens of interested organizations, and thousands of visitors, that's not enough to really prepare for the future of the region.
Tell me the future of the Gorge.
I think the future of the Gorge is this. It's an innovative governance structure. It's an innovative agreement that's 25 years old, but we're really just beginning to explore the possibilities for communities to work together in a beautiful landscape in a way that both protects the resources and enhances the viability and the long-term stability of those communities.
Darren Nichols, thank you very much. And we want to thank you for being on Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Ken Ackerman. Make it a great day.